Charity launches project in Kyrgyzstan to support survivors of human trafficking. Oasis Kyrgyzstan, a non-profit foundation that is part of the United Kingdom headquartered Oasis Global, has launched the 2-year Care for One, Care for All initiative to provide humanitarian, medical, legal, and psychological assistance to human trafficking survivors. The endeavor also helps them acquire education, shelter, employment, and more. The foundation is also working with Kyrgyzstan ministerial departments, crisis centers, and other non-government organizations to train employees in helping those at risk. The project is supported by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, which works to make migration a safe process and ensure those who are victims of human smuggling receive the right support. Our utmost thanks, Oasis Kyrgyzstan, USAID, and all involved. May the kind people of Kyrgyzstan be safe and prosper in Allah's boundless care.
Rise in atmospheric methane reached new high in 2021. The United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, recently reported that the annual increase of atmospheric methane in 2021 was 17 parts per billion, or ppb, marking the largest yearly growth ever registered. Alarmingly, methane levels in the atmosphere soared to an average of 1,895.7 ppb during 2021, which was 162% higher than pre-industrial levels. According to the United Nations Environment Program, livestock animal people raising is the predominant source of methane emissions. Given that methane is approximately 80 times more potent at trapping heat than carbon dioxide, as calculated over a 20-year period, yet dissipates after only 9 years. NOAA Administrator Dr. Rick Spinrod called for a reduction in methane emissions to lessen the impacts of climate change in the near term and rapidly reduce the rate of warming. Many thanks for the crucial analysis, Dr. Rick Spinrod and NOAA. May all countries urgently ban meat production to save our irreplaceable planet in God's wisdom.
Go ahead and make war, as if your religion doesn't tell you what war makers will reap in hell.
Up next, researchers in Australia develop more accurate COVID-19 tests. Let's pause for a moment to thank the high school environmental science teachers for inspiring their students to care for our planet while also guiding them towards the eco-friendly vegan diet.
Researchers develop fast and highly accurate COVID-19 tests. Researchers from Perth in Australia have developed a new kind of COVID-19 test that is 98% accurate and can return a result within 30 minutes. The technology involves taking a sample of a person's saliva. It is sensitive enough to detect asymptomatic cases even when the viral load is extremely low. A locally developed machine called a Sentinel is used to perform the analysis. Furthermore, the test could be adjusted to identify any type of infectious disease. It will soon be trialed on workers at the Perth airport. Great news, Australian researchers, on your advanced method of detecting COVID-19. In the blessings of the divine, may the pandemic soon end as we shift to a plant-based vegan fare for a bright and healthy future.
Chinese province to build hundreds of parks. The Chinese province of Jiangsu has announced that it will build over 400 small parks by 2025 as part of an effort to increase green space in the industrial region. Individual parks may be up to 20,000 square meters, and greenways will be at least 2 kilometers long. Residents will be able to use the new public areas to exercise and relax. And the province will also promote the planting of green roofs, vertical gardens, and more. In the past 5 years, over 164,000 hectares of forests have also been established, bringing the coverage rate to 24%. Such promising news, Jiangsu, on your diligent efforts to improve your province by expanding nature. May the citizens of the world soon go fully vegan, so even more land can be replanted in Buddha's grace.
Volunteers from the United Kingdom purchased and delivered 3 ambulances to Ukraine. Concerned citizen Andy Morgan and his friend Nick Stern acquired the vehicles using their own money, plus funds raised through Ambulance Aid, a charity that they established to help Ukrainians. The organization was quickly able to buy its first 3 ambulances and a support vehicle. They were then filled with medical supplies, sanitary and cleaning products, and were transported across Europe to waiting medical teams in the city of Lviv. Of his travel back from Ukraine, Mr. Morgan stated, "It's upsetting. You've got toddlers walking, old people in their 70s, 80s. They've walked miles and miles to get to safety. It's really sad. This shouldn't be happening in this day and age." Our sincere gratitude, Andy Morgan, Nick Stern, Ambulance Aid, and all who contributed to this caring cause. With fervent prayers, we hope the peace-loving Ukrainian people can soon be free to rebuild their lives in heaven's guidance.
Swiss scientists create method to produce plant-based steaks. Martin Hoffmann, a doctoral student at ETH Zurich, also known as the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, has found a way to make vegan steaks that replicate the marbling of animal people-based counterparts. To attain the fibrous structure of traditional steak, pea protein is combined with flavors and spices and processed in specialized machinery with wheat fibers, peas, carrots, oil, and water. By intermingling the fat and pea protein, the marbling pattern of flesh is replicated. Mr. Hoffman's future plans include bringing his work to the market and assisting other companies to adopt his technology to produce their own vegan plant-based meat. Kudos, Martin Hoffmann, for your innovative method to help people enjoy delicious, benevolent food while saving animal people's lives. May the vegan lifestyle soon be adopted by everyone on our blessed earth in celestial inspiration.
PETA updates nursery rhymes to encourage compassion and kindness towards animal people. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, a Shining World Compassion Award recipient, recently modified 5 classic nursery rhymes to remove any indications of cruelty towards animal people. Director of PETA UK, Elisa Allen, explained, "Since humanity is increasingly realizing that animals are not ours to exploit, the songs we sing to our children, who absorb everything they see and hear, must reflect these values." For example, the updated version of Bar Bar Black Sheep begins with Bar Bar Black Sheep, can I have your wool? And ends with No sir, it's my wool. Other revised traditional rhymes include This Little Piggy, 3 Blind Mice, Pop Goes the Bubble, and Little Miss Muffet. Our appreciation, PETA, for your thoughtfulness, since words are very powerful and should be used positively. May our speech and actions support a peaceful, loving world in the mercy of the Providence.